So Scott, what are some common challenges that you've found with CMMC documentation?
I guess I'll cover a few things just to give some encouragement and direction in terms of setting up things properly. I guess the first hurdle to look at is making sure you really understand the requirement. It's no use trying to write a policy if you misunderstand what's required. And when you look through the NIST documentation, and that'd be the NIST 800-171 and its companion called NIST 800-171A. We've talked about those in previous sessions. Those are very technical documents. They're very detailed documents. And they're pretty abstract. They're very, while I said they're detailed, they're also general, meaning they don't tell you step by step how to do things. They say, here's the destination you need to reach. How you reach it is up to you. So you'll find that if you don't understand what it is you're going to have to demonstrate during the assessment, if you've misunderstood the goal, you'll never write a procedure or a policy that helps you to reach that goal. And it's very easy to get tired, to get weary, to get frankly bored with the whole thing. If you try to bite it all off in one big fell swoop, it's overwhelming. So that's why we spent the time to talk about the importance of training along with documentation, because you got to understand the requirement. Second thing is implementation. So it's fine if you write it down, document what you do, but if you don't do what you say, you don't implement it, you're not following that practice, doesn't matter that you documented what you do. You're still going to have a negative finding in the assessment and would cause you to fail that particular practice. So you have to follow through. And then that brings us to the third piece, which is maintaining all of this. It's one thing to have things in at the beginning. It's one thing to be focused on it at the start when you're getting everything in place. But then time will go on and you'll get busy, as Rick mentioned earlier, and it's hard to keep up. That's where that annual internal audit or internal assessment really comes into play, or the annual or semi-annual review of documents comes into play. Those types of activities help you to maintain compliance, to keep up with it, because things will change. I mean, technology changes constantly, rapidly. Very easy for you to make changes on your network and forget to go back and change your policy. And so that's a key piece. And then I guess the last thing I'll mention is just the time and cost of all of this. It's evident that this takes a lot of time. I mean, this is why we're talking about something as detailed, mundane as documentation a year before we see the regulation, coming out from the government. It takes time, and getting a head start is important, but planning and setting aside that time is important. And then making sure that you're budgeting properly for the technologies, you're getting the help you need with training or documentation or consultation, making sure that you're planning those things out, because unfortunately, I don't see the government writing a big check to reimburse you. They've been pretty clear that's not going to happen. You can include your costs in your quote. Well, okay, that's fine, but you still have to expend the money. So having a plan, having a budget, not only for preparing and learning and implementing, but maintaining, having those resources in place. It's one thing our customers ask us a lot is, what kind of ongoing help can we provide to keep them on their toes, to keep things up to date, to provide those internal audits or that ongoing training, whatever's needed. But this is something that isn't for the faint of heart, I guess is the way to say it. and you got to plan out, just like any important business function, securing your network and securing these government documents is a cost of doing business with the government. You don't shortchange yourself and then find yourself disqualified from even winning a contract with the government. You go to all this work and not get certified. That really would be you're not going to get the ROI from all this investment.
Thank you for watching this video to the end. This is part of a longer series on DFARS, NIST, and CMMC compliance produced by Core Business Solutions. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video with a thumbs up, and click the bell to get notified when we drop a new video. Also, we'd appreciate it if you would share this video with your colleagues who need to stay up to speed on DFARS, NIST, and CMMC. Thank you, and we'll see you again in the next video.